Hey guys, I'm Alastair from Trail and Kale, and this is my Brooks Caldera 7 review. A bit about me then. I'm just a regular guy, a non-elite athlete who absolutely loves running. I'm reviewing the latest running shoes and gear. My 5k PR is 19 minutes and 50 seconds, which I'm always trying to beat. I've run countless ultra marathons around the world, and my favourite distance is the cheeky half marathon. Road or trail, I love running on them both. I'm not afraid to let you know when a running shoe is crap, but also you're definitely going to know when one blows me away. Either way, our independent running shoe reviews are always 100% honest, reliable, and hopefully you'll come away from this video having learned something new. I want to start off by saying thank you to everyone who reached out on Instagram. If you didn't hear the news, Kepler had some issues with his neck. We found a really large lump and it just started growing and growing. Earlier this week he had surgery and I'm pleased to say he is recovering. We think it was a foxtail that got in his throat, worked its way through his the soft tissue within the neck. Hopefully I can make more people aware that foxtails or these dart grasses can be really dangerous for dogs, so do watch out on the trails if you do find those grasses and your dog starts sniffing around them. Who are the Brooks Caldera 7 trail running shoes for then? What are they designed to do best? Well, they're highly cushioned trail running shoes designed to help you run longer distances in comfort. And I'd say they're for training runs rather than racing. But that's not to say you can't race in these. If you aren't trying to really push the pace, you're not going for a win or anything like that, and you just want to enjoy your trail race, take it easy, no worries type running, then these would be really good for you guys as well. And they have a really nice wide platform which gives them a good amount of stability, which is really important if you are using a highly cushioned running shoe. They also have really good outsole traction, which I'm going to go into in my performance review section. Let's start with the key statistics or specifications then. Firstly, they cost $150. I'll let you know by the end of this review if I believe they're worth that price tag. How do they fit and feel? Well, they're very much true to size. There is a little bit of extra room in there, which I believe is within its design meant to be there just so that as your feet swell a little bit during a run, then the shoes can cater to that. In terms of width, they are definitely wider than average, certainly in the toe box as well, but there is slightly lower volume just above the toe. Not really a problem for me so far, but if you do have really big toes, you might feel it on top of your toes. The upper is using a durable mesh, and there's a nice elasticated loop here which allows you to stow the laces away, which is good because they are quite long laces. They will obviously become shorter the wider your feet are, but I have kind of average width feet, so I've got quite a lot of lace left. But this little elasticated loop here is really cool. There's a nice little tab on there, very similar to the Catamount 3. I reviewed recently. Yeah, very easy to stow the laces there. There's also a gaiter attachment. Very useful if you do wear gaiters and you are running on a lot of dirt like this, very loose dirt stuff that could get in the shoes, and a gaiter is just what you want. And generally it's just very comfortable. Nice cushioning along the collars and the heel counter. And the traditional lacing system means that I can get a really nice fit very easily and quickly. And then there are reinforced areas to give the shoe more durability, like here for example, just above the toe. Anywhere that might come in contact with roots or rocks or anything on the trail, then you do have added durability there. The midsole is using the very soft DNA Loft 3 midsole foam. What that does is give you a nice amount of plushness but also responsiveness. So it's a very nice balanced shoe, but overall it's highly cushioned for sure. Quick poll, what type of running shoes do you like to run in? Do you like very minimal responsive shoes, or highly cushioned, or maybe you like something in between, a balanced midsole? Let me know in the comments. The outsole is using Trail Tack green rubber compound, which is the same as what they were using in the Catamount 3. Spoiler alert, that traction is flipping amazing. It's on par with Viburn's Mega Grip in my opinion. Yes, bold statement, but it's true. And there's a heel to toe drop of 6mm, which feels really good, very nicely balanced for trail running. And when it comes to support or stability, they are a neutral running shoe, but it does have features that actually make them stable in my opinion. So I'll go over those throughout my performance review. And finally, they weigh 10.7 ounces for size US men's 9. That's my pair. Welcome to my performance review. So this is where I go over how the Caldera 7 is actually performing on the trails. So I've explained what those key features and specifications actually mean, and now it's time to see if they actually work. So first off, they climb super well. So I'm really impressed with how they've been climbing. That's most of what I've been doing on this run so far. That Trail Tack Green rubber compound outsole is insane. I know it's good already because I've been testing it on the Catamount 3, Brooks's other highly popular trail running shoe. If you're not familiar with that one, go watch that review next. Traction is exceptional. It's really good for clawing into the trails and gripping and sticking to the trails going up steep hills, but also on the downhills. And this route I'm doing today is very much an out and back. Most of the out is 300 meters of climbing. There is also some flat sections where I can open up just to see all out speed in these shoes, see how they perform. And I just love how they feel. The extra width and space in the shoe feels really good. It allows my feet to move, my toes to splay out, which is what you want. That's proper mechanics. Biomechanics, if you are going to be climbing, your feet do need to splay out to give you extra propulsion. So they're also very breathable. I like the upper, it's feeling very good. The fit and the heel lock is exceptional. There's no heel slippage at all once you do the shoes up tight enough. And when it comes to flat sections for all out speed, so depending on the ultra training that you like to do or the long distance running, you might have rolling hills, you might have steep technical stuff, or you might just have flat sections of moderate trails. Whatever it is, these shoes do open up really well. The midsole has great responsiveness and propulsion, but also a really nice amount of cushioning. So I'm loving the balance on these. They feel quite similar to the Catamount 3, although they're more cushioned. Brooks continue to impress me with their trail running shoes. This shoe is no exception. So the high cushioning in the midsole also makes them super comfortable if you're running on hard ground. I've been running on quite a lot of sharp, loose rocks, kind of like this. You know, fairly good size, but quite sharp. So if a midsole doesn't have protection, I feel it right away. But because of a relatively high stack height, these shoes protect your feet almost like a rock guard really nicely. And I mentioned earlier that this is a neutral trail running shoe, meaning there's no additional support if you do have overpronation issues. But they are stable, and I'll tell you why. Because the platform here, the platform is really wide, so it gives you extra stability there, but also the midsole actually wraps around your feet. So although you can't see it, this section here isn't as high as the midsole goes. It kind of curves up, cradling your feet, and that gives you for extra stability. That works really well. So if you do have pronation issues, I think you're really going to like these. Don't be scared of the fact they've got a stack height that looks really high. It's not that high, and it's very cushioned, but don't worry, it's not so plush that it makes the shoe unstable, because it does have stability properties. These shoes aren't the lightest by any means, but with that you get extra cushioning and more durability. So I was wondering how this weight would affect climbing, steep climbs in particular, and actually I haven't feel it affect my performance. I guess that's a psychological thing, because there is so much protection and cushioning underfoot that it actually feels quite light for the shoe that it is. These will really suit heavier runners with a larger build. For those very reasons, it is more durable, and there's plenty of cushioning in the midsole as well. That was fun. So in those clips you would have seen me smiling, grinning my face off, because the Caldera 7 is exceptionally good on the downhill, and I'm going to go as far as saying these are probably one of the best descenders out there right now. They handle some moderate but also some quite technical trails extremely well going down this section. Traction is fantastic. Trail Tack green rubber compound, it's up there. It's just as good as Vibram Mega Grip. So I have complete control, and because of that I'm feeling very confident going down these steep downhills. And to be honest, that's really what I want, because I like to go as fast as I can, especially on the downhills, because I find it so fun. So I need control and I need confidence just to be able to have a good time out there. They provide. The next thing is that wide platform is brilliant. It's like just floating over the trails. Because of the width, you've just got that stability over technical terrain that adds to that confidence and control. Now, they're not for super high frequency rocky sections in mountainous terrain, because then you want precision placement of your shoes. You don't want a wide platform. But for anything like you're seeing me run today, kind of technical wide open trails with a variation in height of terrain not being too high where you need to place your foot between rocks, for example, then these are exceptional. And to be honest, that's going to be most of you guys out there. Unless you're running in the Alps frequently, your training runs, or you know, high alpine type trails, then these are going to be perfect for you. Now, are they worth $150? Well, that's the big question. And yes, 100%. $150 is great value for a pair of versatile trail running shoes like this. Competitors right now would probably be the Arc'teryx Ceylan or the Hoka Speedgoat 6. Very different shoes, so definitely check out my reviews of those two running shoes. But yes, $150, I recommend you definitely go try these out. You're not going to be disappointed.